Please remain standing for the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and soon-to-be graduates, it is my distinct honor and pleasure on behalf of Meritas, the WPS Board of Trustees, and the faculty, staff, and administration of our school to extend to you a very, very warm welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Windermere Preparatory School class of 2014. We're so pleased to have you with us. Tonight, you are going to hear some very eloquent, inspiring, reminiscent, aspirational, and from the heart words from our Salutatorian and Valedictorian, as well as from our commencement speaker. Thus, I am not going to deliver a lengthy address, as I am as anxious as you and all members of the class of 2014 are to hear the messages that our speakers will be delivering. I do, however, want to take a couple of minutes to recognize some very special people who are in attendance tonight for the constancy of their love and support for our seniors, as that has been a mainstay of incalculable worth in the life of each student. If you are a parent of one of our graduates, please stand and accept the thanks of our seniors, the WPS faculty, staff, and administration for the inspiration, encouragement, love, and support that you have given your child. Parents, please stand. You have raised some extraordinary young people. If you are the brother or the sister of one of our seniors, please stand and accept our thanks for you being here tonight to support your brother or sister on this happy occasion. If you are a grandparent of one of our seniors, please stand and know how very much your presence here tonight means to your granddaughter or grandson. Grandparents. Thank you. If you are an extended family member or friend of the family of one of our graduating seniors, please stand and know that we are honored by your presence. If you are the family member or a friend of one of our seniors who has traveled across an ocean to be here with us tonight, please stand and be recognized and welcome for the commitment that you have shown to be at this milestone event in the lives of our seniors. Those of you who are parents of our international boarding students, please know how very much we appreciate the faith and trust that you have shown in entrusting your son or daughter and his or her high school education to our care. These students have been wonderful value adds to the experience of everyone on our campus. We have learned so much from them. We are all better people, and Windermere Preparatory School is a better school for our having had the opportunity to come to know and grow to love them. As the old Philadelphia gospel and rhythm and blues group Sister Sledge sang back in 1979, we are family, and we consider each one of you here tonight, from wherever you may have come by virtue of your presence, to be a member of the Windermere Preparatory School family. We're going to have a good time tonight as we celebrate together the many successes of this group of wonderful young people who are seated here before me. But before we begin, I also want to recognize and welcome some more special folks who are with us tonight. Representing the Meritas Central Services team in Chicago, I'm very pleased to welcome our Meritas Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Patty Carl. Patty, please stand. Glad to have you with us. Thank you for coming. And I also want to recognize those trustees who are here tonight, representing the WPS Board of Trustees. I extend a very warm welcome and a big thank you to Michelle Hunter and Caroline Kane. Please stand for all of your service to our school. We're very glad to have both of you with us tonight. Our seniors have diligently toiled for 4 years in high school to reach this rite of passage point in their lives. To get our celebration started, please welcome to the stage the Salutatorian of the class of 2014, Miss Samantha Mayfield.
Good evening, parents, families, faculty, and fellow graduates. I was very honored to be named the Salutatorian of the class of 2014, but more than a little daunted when they told me that I would have to write a speech. So I did what any resourceful student would do. I Googled how to write a salutatorian speech. The first challenge was actually figuring out how to spell salutatorian. But Google wasn't actually very helpful. It said I'm supposed to tell you something inspirational. But what inspiration or advice can I give you who have always been my source of advice? But they told me that I had to give the speech anyway, so here it goes. I'd like to start by thanking my family for all of their love and support through these years, and by thanking all of the families here today for everything that you have done. We surely wouldn't have made it here without you. I'd also like to thank the teachers for your unfailing support, for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves, for taking the time to decipher our illegible handwriting, for opening up your classrooms when we needed advice, last-minute tutoring, or just some place to eat lunch out of the rain. Without you, we'd probably have dropped out a long time ago. And to my peers and friends, congratulations. It has been a very long road, full of twists and turns, ups and downs. I know that some of us almost didn't have enough community service hours to be here tonight. But we did make it, and I think we should be proud of what we've accomplished together. We have undoubtedly mastered the arts of procrastination, all-nighters, and writing about topics about which we have absolutely no knowledge. But we've also integrated functions. We've written thousands of pages of essays. We've read Hamlet, which I think we can all agree actually made more sense than Kafka on the Shore. We've learned new languages. We've explored the sciences. We've performed concerts and musicals and brought home state championships. But perhaps more important than the accomplishments and memories, than those accomplishments, are the memories and the friendships that we've made. From bowling at the beginning of this year, to racing through the giant inflatable bounce houses, to engaging in the stakeouts, high-speed chases, and standoffs that came with that very intense game of last senior standing. We have made friendships that will last a lifetime. But for us, today is not the end, it's the beginning. They're releasing us out into the world, and I'm sure our parents and teachers are wondering if that's such a good idea. People often ask us, how are you going to handle the real world? But I know us, and I know that that is not the question they should be asking. Sure, we are loud and a little bit crazy, maybe more than just a little bit crazy, but I have never met a more extraordinary, talented, motivated, caring, and just plain awesome group of individuals. I am proud to call myself a part of this class. They shouldn't be asking, how are you going to handle the world? They should be asking, how is the world going to be able to handle you? Because I am confident that we will be able to change the world for the better. And while I will miss the therapy sessions in psychology, the foot problems in HL mathematics, and learning about Mr. Hardiman's great love of pandas, I know that the lessons I have learned and the friendships I have made will last a lifetime, and I hope you all feel the same way. If you were here with me in 8th grade, you may remember choosing a quote to go in the middle school office. 5 years later, I believe that the class of 2014 still perfectly exemplifies this quote from Vivian Green. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Through the good times and the bad times, I believe that we have proven this quote to be true. And my one wish for all of us is that wherever we go and whatever we do, we keep dancing in the rain. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2014.
Like a comet pulled from morning. Class of 2014, at this time it is my honor and my privilege to welcome our valedictorian, Serena Holden, to the stage.
Now I feel less bad about probably messing this up. I know as valedictorian, I'm supposed to be up here saying goodbye to all of you, but it would feel strange if I didn't first say hello to the faculty, friends, family, and the class of 2014. I think that this particular goodbye is going to be made much more difficult because of how much I have loved most every moment of being in class with each and every one of you. Before I begin, I would like to say a brief thank you to some of the most important people in my life here tonight. Mommy, I love you, and you have been such an amazing role model to me. I may joke you can't spell smother without spelling mother, but your undying, unwavering, and unparalleled support and love truly mean the world to me. Daddy, thank you for being my go-to guy for handling whatever life throws my way, and for being one of my main inspirations for being so unapologetically weird. Thank you to Jen for being a wonderful influence in my life these past few years. Madison, I would like to extend a very special thanks to you for guiding and inspiring me all my life. Without you, I don't want to know where I'd be today. You are my best friend, and I don't know what I'd do without you. Barfukelfoot. Thank you to my partner in crime, Rapolis, Patrice, and my longest friends, Samantha and Avina, for embracing the weirdness of life with me. And a very special thank you to Jack Allen for giving me $10 to say his name in this speech. Above all, thank you to all of the friends and family members here for each and every one of us tonight. I think the most standout quality about our class is that we are truly unique, and the environment at Windermere Prep has been made even more exceptional because of our time here. When I first came here in the 5th grade, I remember thinking to myself about how it seemed like everyone had known each other for so long, and I worried that I might not find a way to fit in with the rest of you. Soon I found that to be quite far from the truth. What we have here is a true family. There is a noticeable sense of vulnerability between us, making our friendships that much more meaningful. We are joined by so much more than just having went to the same high school or middle school. We joke around like brothers and sisters, stealing backpacks, forming a lunch basketball league, stabbing forks into each other's lunch trays, planning to protest the fish served at the cafe because fish are friends, not food. And having a class-wide water gun fight that transformed us all into professional stalkers. Shout out to Bromar for being the best ally out there, by the way. I think a big part of our sibling-esque relationship can be attributed to the fact that we have grown up together. Although a lot of us have known each other from the Seed Folks Garden to all of our brace face stages, to the trip to the Grand Canyon, all the way to tonight, whether you've been here since 5th grade like me or you came this year, I'm sure you felt as welcomed into our family as any one of us. While our class certainly is a family in of itself, where would us children be without the guidance of such wonderful faculty members? Mr. Becker is like our school dad, except with a lot more watery ammunition. Miss Isley is definitely our school mom, who everyone seeks out for the most genuine and helpful advice out there. Miss Wallace will always be a part of the original Latin teacher triumvirate, and her funny stories and ability to nerd it up with our Latin class made a dead language come alive. Mr. Hardiman's undying love for all things pandas and his unique ability to make similes about fast food restaurants always made English class so much more than just analyzing literature. Mrs. Clark was always enthusiastic about helping us in chemistry, biology, but most importantly in life. Mr. Ramondi never hesitated to instigate our sibling rivalry and debate, helping us to grow as individuals and as a class. Miss Tusick loved us IB music weirdos, even though we probably owe her a large chunk of money for therapy after all of our crazy daily adventures. Dr. Williams, thank you for being so dedicated to making high school so much more than just school, and for inspiring us to live a balanced lifestyle by working hard, eating right, and going to the gym to exercise. Your biceps. To these and all of the other amazing WPS faculty, thank you for making our quirky little family complete. While I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say that having 4 IAs, 1 EE, and 150 CAS hours due all within weeks of each other will not be missed, I definitely will miss our spirited daily competitions to see who could procrastinate the most on assignments. We can say that our die-hard motto of "do tomorrow, do it tomorrow" will end as soon as we walk out those doors, but I'm pretty sure we'd all just be procrastinating telling ourselves the truth. Even as I wrote the speech just yesterday, I thought to myself how commendable it was of me to have barely procrastinated it at all. The experience of graduating alongside people we can truly call family makes it that much harder to realize that what we have here will never be replicated again in quite the same way. I've never experienced more vulnerability among friends, and yet, ironically, I've never felt more emotionally safe amongst such a large group of people. I think our ability to be real with each other is what makes our family so unique. We aren't one of those families that sits down at a restaurant and texts other people the whole time. We're the family that has an unmistakable connection, whether we're on a fabulous vacation halfway across the country or having a bonfire in our backyard. The education that we've received at Windermere Prep isn't special because it was good or prestigious, because you can receive an education that checks those boxes just about anywhere. The family we've created here has fostered an understanding of each other and the world that I don't think would be possible anywhere else. Of course, we will come up here to get our diplomas, and we will walk out into the real world without our best friends, our family, right there to pick us up when we fall down. That makes the challenge of saying goodbye to not one family member, but 101, all the more difficult. We may never be together and in such weird-looking hats ever again, but the bonds we've forged with each other and our ability to make family from friends will be with us always. If you think of graduation like the disbanding of our family, it's easy to get depressed about what life with a dearth of such great love will be like. But in this case, I think we'll all come to find that the rest of our lives will be abundant with new family members all over the world. It's easy to do the safe thing and stay where you know you'll always be welcome and loved, but it's much more rewarding to follow your heart and work hard to accomplish all your dreams, because as soon as we embrace life as individuals, I think we'll be able to broaden our horizons much farther than our little family here and see that we have all become part of the much larger family that is the human race. In that moment, we will all be reunited, and I can't wait to be there with each and every one of you. So let the Instagram selfies of tonight commence, and let us all live our lives with no regrets. Know what I'm saying? I know that our lives are going to be legend, wait for it, and I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because the last half of that word is dairy. Legendary. We did it. Love and congratulations to the class of 2014.
Nice job, girls. Very tough act to follow. But I'm just giving an introduction, so it's okay. And truthfully, I was going to tell a Google joke about Dave Becker, but I don't feel like I have any punch on that anymore. So I will go with this. It is my pleasure to introduce this evening's faculty speaker selected by the graduating class for this year's commencement ceremony. A person that I am proud to call a colleague and grateful to also call a good friend. And thinking about how to talk about Dave briefly, it was truthfully a challenge. But I went back through some things, and in reflecting, ran across the Orlando Lifestyle magazine from May 2012. So you may not know this, but some of you may remember that in that issue of that magazine, Dave was featured as an outstanding educator. And I'd like to paraphrase from that article for you to give you a feel for Dave as a teacher, or should I say Mr. Becker? Sorry about that. A teacher affects eternity. Now let me try that again. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. This quote by Henry Brooks Adams most clearly defines the ultimate effect that a teacher has, and that is an influence which cannot be measured. Dave Becker has earned the admiration of students and peers alike due to an influence that goes well beyond the classroom. Dave Becker is a high school math teacher at Windermere Prep. He has been teaching for 11, now 13 years, but began as an engineering major in college. He found himself helping others with their math courses, and when a friend suggested he teach for a living, he highly considered it. That, along with the enjoyment and satisfaction of being able to help people understand and appreciate a difficult topic, is why I became a math teacher, he said. Mr. Becker's commanding presence and exemplary way of getting students excited about math inspired then headmaster Donna Russell to nominate him for the award. He is involved in many other aspects of the school, including performing in plays, announcing sporting events, dressing up for school spirit days, including squeezing himself into a Uncle Sam outfit on an annual basis. Mrs. Russell said that what Mr. Becker does not teach in the classroom, but exudes through his demeanor on campus, is the concept of true school spirit. To Mr. Becker's great credit, these words, written just over 2 years ago, ring true to our assessment of his contribution to our school as if they were written just yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to the class of 2014, their final lesson at Windermere Prep, Mr. Dave Becker.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Ling, for reading the introduction my mother and I wrote for you. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Williams, for giving me a full 60 minutes to address the class tonight. For giving me a full 60 seconds to address the class tonight. Before I get started with my real speech, I too want to thank not Jack Allen, but Mr. and Mrs. Allen for giving me $1,000. Where are they? Where are they? Okay, so the first page just went missing with my big, oh, there it is, okay. All right, thank you. Good evening, parents, family members, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, the incredible Windermere Preparatory School class of 2014. Thank you for wouldn't do anything that they could do to help you. I don't know if you realize how exceedingly proud they are of you and how much they will miss you, so please take a moment and show your appreciation for them. No? No? Okay. All right. In my opening sentence, I described you as incredible. I do not use the word incredible lightly, as I know it to be true. And if you don't believe me, listen to the words used by your teachers when I asked them to describe your class using one word: adroit. And I have to stop because I had to Google that. Clever or skillful in using the hands or mind. Amicable, caring, colorful, confident, courteous, creative, driven, eclectic, fun, hilarious, inquisitive, intellectual, lively, nonconformist, respectful, smart, spirited, supportive, they rock. Okay. That's 2 words. I won't reveal the teacher who sent in 2 words, Mr. Ramsey. But when I confronted him, he said, Dave, this class rocks. I'm going with they rock. So to you, Mr. Ramsey, I thank you. Okay. So let's continue. They rock, vibrant, and well-loved. One teacher, who will again remain nameless, Mrs. Sosa, broke the 1-word rule in spectacular fashion when she wrote, Dave, I know you only want single words, but for the last 2 years, I look forward to class with these kids every day. They have been a high point of my day for 2 years. So you see, you are indeed incredible, as your teachers have high standards and expectations for you, and you have clearly exceeded them. A former colleague of mine thinks that many teachers are really just frustrated entertainers, as teachers have a captive audience and can put on 5 shows every day. For myself, I'm going to alter that in a bit and say that I'm just a frustrated comedian and have been waiting my entire life for a large captive audience where I could perform a lifetime goal of a 10-minute stand-up comedy set, and lo and behold, here you are. Dr. Williams, you have been an excellent leader this year, but methinks you may have had a temporary lapse in your impeccable judgment when you approved the senior class, choosing me as their commencement speaker. All right, okay, I won't debut my stand-up comedy set here. Omar, where are you, Omar? If you aren't able to tell me what the sign of pi over 3 is, I will not say good luck in prison. Sarah, if you say to me, surely you can't be serious, when I inform you that you still owe me your probability and stats assessments, I will not reply, I am serious and do not call me Shirley. Amy Ding, if you cannot tell me that the derivative gives you the slope of the tangent to the curve. That's right. If you cannot tell me that the derivative gives you the slope of the tangent to the curve, I will not tell you that I think you'll enjoy repeating your senior year. And Ricardo, if you fail to remember to insert plus C after integrating in an indefinite integral again, I will not douse you with my motivating super soaker, Big Bertha. However, for all of you, Bertha just might be hidden right under that table. You have been warned. So, try as I might, I could not justify a stand-up comedy routine tonight. I will, however, talk with you about something very important I've learned thus far in my journey through life, as I think at age 47, I am almost ready to be declared an actual mature adult. Graduates, there will absolutely be critical moments in your life, moments that will change the course of your life, and you need to be aware they are coming and do your best to prepare for them. These moments could be quite short or could last for long periods of time, as happened with me, and I'll share that with you a bit later. Some of these moments we see coming, but most of them we do not. Some affect only us as individuals, while some affect others. As President of the United States, John F. Kennedy had countless critical moments. The most famous was the Cuban Missile Crisis. You see, President Kennedy had no idea that the Soviet Union was installing nuclear missiles, and my mouth is really dry. Good. President Kennedy had no idea that the Soviet Union was installing nuclear missiles in Cuba until he was informed on one terrifying day in October of 1962. For the next 13 days, the world was on the brink of nuclear war, and hence World War III. President Kennedy was under tremendous, unimaginable, and unthinkable pressure from his advisors to eliminate the nuclear missiles in Cuba by using military force, and many were calling for a full-scale invasion of Cuba. This most definitely, or almost certainly, would have triggered a nuclear exchange between the United States and the Soviet Union. Fortunately for all of us, for the rest of the world, Kennedy resisted his advisors, trusted his instincts, and was able to broker a peaceful solution. His resolve to find a peaceful solution did not just miraculously come to him during the crisis. It was a culmination of his life's work and experiences. Growing up, discussions around his family's dinner table involved social and political issues of the day, and the Kennedy children had to argue both sides of the issue so they would understand and be sympathetic to opposing points of view. He experienced the horrors of war firsthand and was injured in combat during World War II. Kennedy, you see, was preparing for the Cuban Missile Crisis his entire life, and he didn't even know it. The result was the prevention of World War III. Rosa Parks' moment came on an average day while riding a bus home from work in Montgomery, Alabama on December 1st, 1955. Parks, an ordinary African-American woman, refused to give up her seat to a white passenger after being ordered to do so by the bus driver. Seats in the front of the bus were reserved for whites, while seats in the back were for African-Americans. At the time, bus drivers in Montgomery had the powers of a police officer on their buses, and therefore the right to tell any African American to give up their seat to a white passenger, unthinkable and unimaginable to us today. Rosa Parks was arrested at the scene and sent to jail. Later, she recalled that her refusal wasn't because she was physically tired, but she was just tired of giving in. Her actions spurred the Montgomery bus boycott, and the city of Montgomery had no choice but to lift the law requiring segregation on public buses. Rosa Parks' moment was a decisive event during the civil rights movement and helped galvanize hundreds of thousands to join the cause to end racial discrimination. Ray Allen is a guard for the Miami Heat. Okay, he's not John F. Kennedy and he's not Rosa Parks. One critical moment in his life came in the blink of an eye last year during Game 6 of the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs. While sports are not even close to being as important as preventing a war or inspiring a decisive moment in a civil rights movement, they often give us great life lessons, and I believe that this is the case here. If the Spurs had won this game, they would have been last year's NBA champions. Things were going so well in the fourth quarter for the Spurs during the game that their locker room had already been prepared for a championship celebration. The game was over. But the Heat managed to fight their way back and were down 3 points with seconds to go. It was then that Ray Allen hit a three-point shot to tie the game and send it into overtime where the Heat went on to win. This allowed the Heat to win their second straight NBA title. Now, many people around the country called Allen's three-point shot lucky, even miraculous, but I beg to differ. I disagree. Let's take a quick look at a clip of this shot. Mr. K, can you show the clip real quick?
Should the Spurs foul? Should Miami go for the three right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound, Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. Spurs do not have a timeout. But the officials are going to review to see if Allen was behind the line.
Now I can see where the ball bouncing off the rim to Allen's teammate, Chris Bosch, could be considered lucky. But once Allen had the ball, the lucky part was over. Take a close look at Ray Allen's feet. They are behind the three-point line. If they had been over or on the line, the basket would have counted for 2 points, the Heat would have lost, and the San Antonio Spurs would have been NBA champions last year. But what most people don't realize is that Ray Allen, now 38 years old, had been preparing for this moment his entire career. As a young player, when he first entered the league, he invented a drill in which he lies down on the court, springs to his feet, and backpedals to the corner. A coach throws him a pass. He has to catch and shoot without stepping on the three-point line or stepping out of bounds. In Allen's first training session, when he went to the Miami Heat, he performed the drill. It was the first time I ever saw anybody do that, his coach Eric Spoelstra said. Spoelstra went on to say, Ray told me he does it for offensive rebounding purposes, just like what happened right there. He told me, you never know when you'll be in a situation where you have to find the three-point line without looking down. Ray Allen had practiced this particular shot, making a three-point basket from the corner without looking down thousands upon thousands of times. Ray Allen was not lucky. Ray Allen was ready for his moment. Thank you, Jay. Much appreciated. Now, it is unlikely that you will have a moment that will prevent a world war or be a defining moment in a civil rights movement or be a series-changing three-point shot during the NBA Finals. But I tell you, it wouldn't surprise any of us here if one or more of you sometime make the world a better place and the whole world knows about it. Wouldn't shock us one bit. But extraordinary moments that don't make the headlines happen to ordinary people every single day. One of the moments that changed the course of my life actually lasted 11 years, and I had absolutely no idea it was happening during that time. This 11-year moment allowed me to be hired for my dream job right here at Windermere Prep. In fact, as I interact with my colleagues and with you, my students, I'm inevitably asked, how are you doing today, Dave? Or how's it going, Mr. Bay? Mr. B? Sorry, honey. The response I give most often is, I'm living the dream. Hey, Dave, I'm living the dream. How you doing today? Living the dream. I'm assuming most take it as a bit of a joke. You know, like I'm implying that things aren't going all that great for me, but I'm going to stay positive and muddle through the day. But the truth is, I am living the dream. I lead a blessed life. I have a wife and children who I love unconditionally and who love me unconditionally as well. We are happy and healthy, and we want for nothing. And I am living the dream professionally, which is what I'd like to discuss with you. I love my job, and it would not have been possible had my 11-year moment gone differently. I was hired here 6 years ago, almost to the day, by Mr. Bill Ford, who was the headmaster at the time. I interviewed with Mr. Ford and also had a group interview with some people you may have heard of, Mrs. Deborah Santistefano, Mrs. Hillary McCormick, and Dr. Mike Finnegan, a former English teacher here. The interview seemed to go well, and I was soon offered a job by Mr. Ford, which I immediately accepted. It was at this point that Mr. Ford congratulated me and said, well, Dave, now I can tell you. And I replied, tell me what? I'm thinking, like, you know, there's a sinkhole somewhere, or tell me what, Mr. Ford? And he said, Judy Howard is my mother-in-law, and I've been speaking to her about you. Now, you're probably wondering, who the heck is Judy Howard? Good question. Well, I had worked with Judy Howard for the previous 11 years prior to that interview. You see, I started my career as a teacher right out of college and then left teaching for 11 years to work at Harcourt School Publishers as an editor of mathematics textbooks and educational materials, which Mr. Ford saw on my resume, and this is where his mother-in-law, Judy Howard, worked as well. Judy worked in the production department, and I worked in the mathematics editorial department, and each of us held leadership positions. Her job was to make the books look as attractive and appealing as possible, while my job was to oversee the writing and editing and accuracy of the mathematics. Without boring you with too many details, I'll just tell you that many times my goals and Judy's goals did not necessarily align. So this created a natural tension between us during projects, especially when the deadlines were coming down the pike. There were many times where I was very frustrated and even angry with Judy. And as you students, colleagues, and certainly my superiors can imagine, there were many, many more times where Judy was frustrated and angry with me and probably wanted to escort me to the top of our 8-story building and give me just a little push off the edge. But through these years of conflicts and disagreements, we kept our relationship professional, respectful, and cordial. And we were always friendly with one another, even when we wanted to scream at each other. Now, I can't imagine that Mr. Ford would have hired me had he asked his mother-in-law about me, and she told him what a colossal jerk I was and how difficult I was to work with, no matter my credentials and no matter how well my interviews had gone. Because who can you trust, or who can you trust? You can trust a family member. Instead, Judy Howard gave me one of the best compliments I have ever received. She told Mr. Ford that she would want her children to have me as a teacher. And this would not have been possible for her to say if I had conducted myself in an unprofessional, mean-spirited manner during my 11-year moment. So what can you all take from all of this? You never know when your moment is going to occur. In fact, your moment could have already started. It could be happening right now. It could be that one of your classmates, teachers, or other acquaintances will be asked about you in the future. And there's a great chance it won't be one of your very close friends. What will they say? How are you perceived by others? How do you behave when you think others aren't looking, especially when you think the people around you aren't that important at this point or in that moment? Do not lash out when you are angry. I cannot recall a single time in my life when I've said something to someone or done something out of anger and did not end up regretting it, even when I had every right to be angry and even when I was absolutely in the right. Prepare yourself for the big moments in your life. Think of Ray Allen. Work hard. Do your best at everything, no matter how trivial or insignificant. The little things in life, such as your daily habits, your work habits, they add up to be the big things. Learn and experience as much as you possibly can. You get out of something what you put into it. If you put very little into something, that is exactly what you will get back, very little. If you put a great deal into something, you will get that back and often much, much more. Do not be a negative person. Do not be the person in the room or meeting who comes up with multiple reasons why something can't be done. Rather, be the person who comes up with one reason something can be done, because one reason is all that it takes. Do not be the person who always points out the problems without offering solutions. And do not blame others or make excuses for your own faults and failings. Accept responsibility for them and try to correct them. In my professional life experience, the type of person who is negative, who makes excuses, who blames others, is unfulfilled, is passed over for advancement, consistently feels wronged, and is not happy in their work. Do I do things right all the time? Certainly not. I, like everyone else, regularly make mistakes, and sometimes real big ones. So what we have to do is be honest with ourselves, try to learn from our mistakes, and try not to make them again. Before I close, I must tell you how much I appreciate you, how much I respect you, how much I love you, and how much I loved coming to work every day, even Monday. It's true, because I knew I would get to interact with outstanding young people. You are the reason I love my job. You are the reason I am living the dream professionally, and you really don't know how much my colleagues and I will miss you. I don't think you really know that. So I will leave you with my favorite inspirational writing that was said to be on the wall of Mother Teresa's home for children. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best that you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. If you reach under your seats, a copy of this writing is there and has been laminated for you as a gift with the hope that it can be an inspiration to you for the rest of your life. Go ahead, see if you can, it's taped. Somebody find it. Hold it up, Avina, so they know it's true. Outstanding inspirational class of 2014. I wish you nothing but the best life has to offer, and I cannot wait to see and hear about all the incredible things that you will accomplish. Go out there. Okay, I can do it. Okay, go out there and make us proud, Lakers, and may God bless you, each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
I certify that these young men and women of the class of 2014 have met all the Windermere Preparatory School requirements for graduation. Dr. Williams, please commence with the presentation of diplomas.
At this time, row 1, please rise.
Serena Holton. Samantha Mayfield. Huda Awan. Rapilis Binkis. Nafisa Chowdhury. Patrick Hansen. Avina Harry. Tagril Khan. Reynaldo Rivera. Alicia Stuenau. Amelia Hope Alamdar. John Allen. Ashlyn Altintesh. Syed Arib Anzar. Beatrice Barbieri. Ajay Bhatia. Shakil Buyan. Matthew Blaka. Catalina Birch.
Rafay Chaudhry. Sonali Chickersall. Davis Seema. Rebecca Costa. Ricardo A. Cumberbatch, Jr. Saxon de la Mata. Wengyang Ding. Emily Fagan. James Felix. Daniel Fink. Macaulay Ford. Darby Foster. Regie Gao. William Geckel. Spencer Grice. Lauren Grow. Stephanie Hajdukevich. Masahiro Hayashi. Alexandria Jones. Omar Kamis.
Jahaina Khan. Usra Khan. Zoe Klump. Ashley Kraus. Bárbara Lazo. Carlos Lecaros. David Lennon. Liang Bailey. Alexandre Liapis. Liu Chaoyi. Paul López. Lu Wanton. Dominic Mancuso. Mackenzie Meyer. Thaisa Mitropoulos. Nestor. Daniel O'Brien. Catalina Orozco. Kevin Ortiz. Berke Osel.
Megan Pappas. Renan Passador. Kunal Patel. Sahil Patel. Christopher Pichardo. Nicole Plow. Mary Porter. Samantha Rainey. Zhen Chang Zhou. Caitlin Roach. Jacqueline Ryan. Samin Safdari. Donahue Sauer. Jason Sheridan. Stone Schiff. Brianna Simmons. Dimitri Skopos. Song Chung Lo. Jonathan Stanley.
Sarah Stock. Ethan Stoudenmeyer. Tsu Yitse. Leonor Suarez. Mariam Tabrez. Tao Linwei. Lamia Tawam. Victor Teixeira. Christian Temporiti. Juan Toledo. Federica Triaca. Kevin Viduz. Kelly Voorhees. Angit Walia. Wang Jingtao. Wang Lu Yao. Wang Maolin. Wang Qingqing. Hunter Weathers. Xiao Enlei. Zhong Wengxi. Zhao Chen.
Members of the Windermere Preparatory School Class of 2014. In just a moment, by virtue of the authority vested in me as headmaster of Windermere Preparatory School, I will direct that you turn your tassels. And from that moment, henceforth and forevermore, I will declare you to be graduates of Windermere Preparatory School and confirm upon you all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Please stand. Members of the class of 2014, please turn your tassels and accord me the high honor and privilege of being the first to offer congratulations to you as Windermere Preparatory School graduates of 2014. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, I extend to you our best wishes. May God bless you always. Congratulations.